an approach I invented, and I ain't taking that back cause I meant it. Get it, wow, wow, wow. Get it, wow, wow, wow. Get it, wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wow.
Hey you guys, so I'm going to let you know this is not a book review, and I'm going to let you guys know as well, do not think that the author endorsed me to make this video, because they didn't, or that they sponsored it. This is on my own doing. So on my timeline, you guys, I see this book is coming out, and it's by an author named Unique. I'm going to drop the book cover right here. It's called, what is it called? Undiagnosed Streets is what it's called. Wow, I was about to sit here and mess it up already. So the book, this is like a prime example of like stories I would love to see being told more in urban fiction. The main character, she goes through a lot, starting off from when she's young. She goes through, there are topics in the book regarding molestation and rape, so I will put the trigger warning out there regarding this book. But it's amazing to watch the course that the main character goes through, right? So the main character's name is TT, and I have read the book, you guys. I have read it. I'm not going to tell you guys overly what happens, because I don't want, this isn't like a book review. I'd rather probably just title this video as like the pre-book release, like, announcement of the book. This book is coming out on Friday, and the book deals heavily on the topic of HIV and AIDS. It deals heavily on the misconceptions that a lot of people still have to this day in 2019 about how AIDS is contracted, about who gets AIDS, about if it's like the gay man's disease, as a lot of people have said since the 90s or 80s when it became big. Oh, there goes Karma. That's one of my cats, you guys. Yeah, it talks about like a lot of the things that have like the myths that just are not true, that are very highly believed. It discusses as well at one point, it discusses how some people are like, oh, he doesn't look gay, so I know he's not gay, so therefore he can't have AIDS or this and that. It definitely talks about the whole, you can look at someone and tell they're gay. Now, I think everyone has joked around before like, oh, my gaydar is high and I can tell this and that. But the book really discusses like, yeah, no, you can't tell. So let's like, let's dismiss that idea. But you guys, this is one of those books where it's like, there needs to be more books written on this subject. There needs to be more books written on the consequences of what happens when you have unsafe sex. The consequences of what happens when you're sleeping with someone and you guys have no commitment to each other and they're being off intimate with other people and they're having unprotected sex. So I'm not going to say like this book is like anti like polygamy or it's anti this or that. What this book really encourages and teaches, without me giving away the storyline, it really discusses safe sex, practicing safe sex. If you know that you have an STD, if you know that you're HIV positive, if you know that you have AIDS, it discusses not hiding it from people. No, you don't have to sit here and shout it from the top of the rooftops, oh, I have HIV, oh, I have AIDS. It does discuss, you need to disclose that with people before you go sleeping with them. I don't feel like that's one of those things where it's like, oh, I'll get around to it. No, before you go and sleep with someone, even if you feel like, or even if you're like HIV, like you're HIV positive and it's undetected, you still need to let people know. The book discusses how, I believe there's still laws in place where if you sleep with someone and you know that you're HIV positive or you know that you have AIDS, and if you give it to them, or even if you sleep with them and you don't tell them ahead of time that you are HIV positive, I do believe you can still possibly go to jail for it. I do believe there's still laws in place where you can literally be prosecuted for that. And I feel like if there's not still laws in place, did I just get something in my hair again? This is what's wrong with curly hair. Hair in general, stuff just gets in it and sometimes you just don't realize until you're recording. Point is, it's just one of those things that I feel like it's not one of those things that, you know what, I'll decide when someone needs to know. If you're going to be intimate with someone, or if you guys have gone on X amount of dates together, it's something that needs to be discussed. So that's something I really enjoyed about this book. I loved it. The story is relatable. in many aspects, because it's like, I think, I'm not going to say it's the same thing, but HIV, I think when it comes to that, I think a lot of people think, oh, that could never happen to me. It reminds me of that whole thing of like when people are sleeping with people without a condom and then they're like, I didn't think I could get pregnant. I've never been pregnant before. I've had sex unprotected for X amount of years. I didn't think it could happen. Oh my God. Like, I don't know. What I loved about the book is that it shows HIV doesn't discriminate. HIV doesn't just happen to someone that's old or someone that's young or someone that was promiscuous or someone that had sex for the first time. HIV just doesn't discriminate. It has no respect of persons. It can happen to anyone. I just love the promotion of just be safe, protect yourself, know your STD status. Know your HIV status. If you're sleeping with multiple people, get tested. Not just once a year, not just once every 6 months. You should be getting tested each new person that you sleep with. And a lot of people don't like to do that. But that's why certain diseases and STDs and STIs are being passed around right now like hot fire, because not enough people are being tested. There's a wide group of people that are like, oh, well, he said he's only sleeping with me, so I believe him. That's not how it works. Or, oh, she said that she hasn't slept with anybody in X amount of months, so I believe her. It's amazing to have trust with people, but this book really shows what happens when you take someone's word on something. You take their word on, oh, they're safe, or oh, they're being safe, or oh, it's only me that's in the picture. This book really shows that you can pay for those mistakes and those, and there goes Cardi. You can really pay for that in a way that might cost you your life if you're not safe and if you're not careful. So, like I said, you guys, the author didn't sit here and say, oh, can you make this book for me? Can you endorse this book? Can you sponsor the video, whatever? That didn't happen. I made the video on my own, and honestly, the author has no clue that I'm even making this video. I just really would love to see more books like this. I would love to see this book take off in a way where discussion panels will talk about this book. I would love to see this book on podcasts and things like that. So that is all I have to say about it, you guys. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And for now, I am out.